Hey everybody, what's going on? We got the 90 plus Toronto Maple Leafs player pack from the sets that we're going to open, and we're going to hope, please, can we finally get that 96 Morgan Rielly we've been trying for a week. We have had zero luck. We got a 97 William Nylander. We got a 97 Mitch Marner. We don't want those. We want the 96 Morgan Rielly. So hopefully we can get it here today, guys. We are also going to go over Tampa Bay, Vancouver, Washington, Vegas, and the Winnipeg Jets to wrap up every single team and the odds of the player base in each of those sets, what you can expect, what you can see, what you might get. It's been an absolute blast going over all these teams. There are so many cards that I forgot were out there that when I seen them, I'm like, oh, I remember, like when that was released, it was such a huge card when it came out, but it was so fun going over all these teams. Living, we're finally getting you your Washington team, buddy. You've been waiting patiently for it. Not really. If you look at the comment section, he hasn't really been patient at all, but we do have Washington for you here today, buddy. It is not the best team, but it's really good. A chance at Ovechkin's always great. And it is not the best set you can do, but this video does have, in my opinion, one of the best teams and the strongest set you can do. So let's get into it, guys. I hope you do enjoy it. If you do, give it a thumbs up and hit that comment section down below if you have enjoyed it and if it helped you decide which team you wanted to do. But let's go, guys. Have some fun and rip a pack. Obviously, we're going to start with the 90 plus Toronto Maple Leaf pack, trying to get Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner. No, not Mitch Marner. Morgan Rielly. Oh, David Kampf. Okay. So I messed up, but David Kampf. At least the David Kampf is the max, the 12 collectibles, so I can throw that back in and try for Morgan Rielly again later. But, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's expecting a lot to try to get one card out of the huge number that you got to pull from. I'm just going to keep trying because what else are we going to do? Unless another Morgan Rielly comes out that I can chase or it comes up on the auction house. Hey guys, if you have the 96 Morgan Rielly, put it on the auction house for 3 days, 170,000 coins. I will buy it. All right. I will buy it, guys, because I want that card that bad. But let's go look at the last handful of teams we got to look at and see what they're looking like. We're going to start with Tampa Bay. We're going to do Hedman and Point as players as well from Tampa Bay and their percentage of the player base you can pull from. Tampa Bay isn't strong. They are not strong at all. And the reason is because they are stacked with Evo, MSPs, X Factors to the point where they got no 99s. No 99s, no 98s, and very few top-end cards between their alumni and their actual team. Very few. So you got 97 Kucherov, 97 Stamkos, 96 Kucherov, and then you get into the 95 Kucherov, Vasilevsky, Zergachev, Stamkos, you know. Not, as you can see, we're already into the 93s because there's not many. 26% of the player base you can pull from in Tampa Bay is 94 to 99, which you can't get 99 or 98. Tampa Bay is not really that great to do. The player base is a low number to pull from, and there's not many high rewarded cards to get. So that leaves 74% in the 90 to 93, and there is a ton of 90 to 93, guys. If you're looking just to build a Tampa Bay team, there is a lot of 90 to 93s and a bunch of different names where you can get a couple of lines built out and a goaltender built out on your backup and your starter. But there is a lot of 90 to 93s. I know that's not really what people are looking for this late in the year, but if you're looking for a Tampa Bay team, you could definitely fill one out this way. It's just, it would be cheaper to go buy them if you can find them, right? That's why this set's good. People are saying, why would you build this set when you can just go buy them? You can't find 95% of these cards on the auction house, and you're trying to get them. That's the idea. When it comes to Hedman and Point, Hedman has a 6% player base out of all these cards, and Point has an 8% player base. So if you're trying to get those two, those numbers are really, really low. Tampa Bay's alumni is very, very low on the alumni category of what you can get. They've got 3 94s, 2 92s, and a 91 and a 90. That is incorporated in the 26% for the 94s to 99 and the 74% for the 90 to 93. Tampa Bay does not look like a set that I would think people should go after. Now, one thing that surprised me is how heavy the alumni is for Vancouver. Not a lot of teams had a lot of alumni cards, which surprised me going through this whole thing. I thought teams would have a lot more 90s to 95s, 96s, But one team that has a ton is Vancouver. Vancouver has 15 cards just in alumni from 94 to 96. That is a crazy amount. Like, you got Raymond, Bertuzzi, Naslin, Bertuzzi, Linden, Morrison, just so many. And then also you still got 10 90 to 93s when you get into like Adams, Naslin again, the two Sedins, Sundin, Alberts, like Boros. There's so many cards in the alumni for Vancouver, and the odds for the percentage of player base is still good. 48% of the player base is 94 to 99 with the alumni and the regular team. We'll go look at their current team in a second. And then 52% of the player base is 90 to 93. And there is a lot of cards, over 60 cards when it comes to Vancouver to pull from between the current team and the alumni. And then even the current team, you got a handful of 97s with Hughes, Pedersen, and Kuzmenko. And then you got Oliver Ekman Larson, Hughes, and Pedersen again coming in at the 96s. Demko to give you a good goalie option if it's the theme team you're building. Garland, a lot of different names to cover in Vancouver with the alumni and the current team that you could really just build a full team from all 12 forwards, all 6 defensemen, both goalies. All could come out of doing this set if you just wanted to roll and build a Vancouver theme team. And you'd be surprised at how good that team would turn out to be. And then that 52% player base, again, you got a lot of options here with Myers, Miller, Demko, Roenick, Besser, Ethan Bear, Podkolzin, Horvat, Hughes. There's just so many cards. And I think it'd be fun to pull with the risk and just get that excitement going with how many cards you can get. So we're going to go straight over to Winnipeg now. 1, to make living wait. And 2, if you don't know, Vegas is going to be the best set. Absolutely best set. Wait till I get there. They are absolutely fire. But we're going to go to Winnipeg now. And they've got their handful of cards that isn't bad. Winnipeg's got a good team to use, good players, good names to use like Scheifele, Connor, Dubois, Hallebuck, Wheeler, Appleton, Morrissey, Velarde. Very good cards that you can pull from. 43% of the player base is 94 to 96, so that's not terrible. And then when you get into the 90s to 93s, you still got a good number of players: Kapari, Morrissey, Connor, Wheeler, Perfetti, Ehlers, a good number of players that you can put on your team that you would enjoy. And that's a 57% player base out of the set that you can pull from. We will go over and look at their alumni right now. I just wanted to show you a card, for example. Close quarters make it snappy. I love those abilities, and he's got 95 speed. So Nikolai Ehlers isn't a terrible card if you pull it. Now, when it comes to Winnipeg, they again are like every other alumni team except Vancouver, who has a ton. They don't have very many at all. They got 3 94s and a 92, and that's it. So that covers the Winnipeg Jets on their alumni and their regular team. 43% from 94 to 99, 57% from 90 to 93, and the alumni is good luck pulling it because there's not very many. Now, for a living, Washington. Here you go, buddy. Their alumni is very not good. Bad English there. Very not good for their alumni, just like every other team. They got 95, 93, 90. There's like, for some reason they got held back in that. As you see there's no Vegas alumni, so we don't have to come back to look at that. But we got to go to Washington's current team, where we're going to do Washington and Ovechkin to see what their player base is. They do not have a 99 in Washington, but they have a 98, which is very rare. A lot of teams didn't have 98s. Pretty much no teams had 99. There was a handful, but not many. And then when it came to 98s, there was, again, not many. But you have Ovechkin at a 98, Ovechkin at a 97, Ovechkin at a 96. Something you're going to see in this set, there's a lot of Alexander Ovechkin. And Alexander Ovechkin is 17% of the available player base you can pull from. So if you're looking for an Ovechkin card, chances are you'll get it in here. And then we've got 95 Anderson, 96 Kuznetsov, 95 Backstrom, 95 Carlson, 95 Sandin. I miss him in Toronto dearly. 95 Wilson, 94 Backstrom, 94 Kemper. Washington does have a good number of cards from 94 to 98 at 40% of their player base. So good chance you could fall into one of these higher cards for Washington if that's what you're looking for. And then on the lower end, you still got players like Carl Hagelin, who, if you didn't know, is a very fast card with 94 speed. Wheels and Snipe make this card really good. 6 foot's a little small, 183 pounds is very small, but cards like this wouldn't hurt you to pull. You'd actually love them. And you got Oshie, Wilson, Ehlers, Boyd, Carlson. A lot of very good cards for Washington, coming in at 60% for the 90 to 93. And then you got your Carlson, your Ovechkins, your Stromes, Backstroms. There's just so many cards. I don't know if you'd fill out an entire team. I think maybe 2 lines of forwards, 2 lines of defensemen and a goalie, and 2 goalies. But I don't think you'd fill out a team, but you would be able to get the MSPs to help you finish off that team. Washington's very good. Now, for the final team in this set, and the best team in this set, you get the Vegas Golden Knights. 92 cards eligible as of right now for the Vegas Golden Knights. And yes, 99 is here with Jonathan Marchessault. 99 is very rare in these sets. So there's a couple of teams you could do it with. Like, for instance, there's 3 McDavids, but there's very few 99s, and this set is one of them. And then you got a bunch of 98s. So you got 3 98s with Carlson, Marchessault, Eichel, and then you get a good handful overflowing of 97s. Barbashev, Carrier, Eichel, Hagel, Carlson, Smith. Like, great variety at top end for Vegas. That's why they are such a good team to go for. 53% of the player base is 94 to 99. And we're on the second page still going through 96s. 95s, 95s. We're not even into the 94s on the second page. We got to go to the third page to get some 95s and into the 94s. And there's still just a ton of 94s on the third page. We finally get into the 93s. That's how many good cards you can pull from Vegas. This is a set that'd be really good doing if you're doing a Vegas team just because there's so many cards. There's so many high-end cards. You could build a deadly team from Vegas. And then if it's 53% for the 94s to 99s, it is 47% for the 90s to 93s. Yes, that's right. Bigger player base out of the better set for Vegas. That's why they're better. They got a bigger player base to pull from out of the higher cards, and they just got so many good high cards that you could get and build a line out of, 2 lines out of, 3 lines out of in the higher tier. You could easily build 1 or 2 teams out of Vegas's set. You got Theodore, Stone, Eichel, Barbashev, Hutton, Patrick, Smith, Roy, Teddy Bluger isn't even bad. Like, very good. Then you got the hot dog Phil Kessel. Who doesn't love a little Phil Kessel on their team, guys? Get him, have fun. He's a blast. But that is the last video for these 90 plus packs, guys. If you hadn't checked out any of the other ones I've done this week, go check them out. The teams I did are in the title, so if you're looking at an in particular team, you can easily go look at the title and see which teams I've done. I hope you did enjoy it, guys. I hope it was helpful, and I hope it helped you decide what packs to do, what packs not to do, and I hope you get some big pulls. So don't forget to leave in the comment section down below, guys, what your pulls were if you did the set, because I'd love to hear about some big ones. Like, if you did Vegas, did you get the 99 Marchessault? If you did Oilers, did you get the 99 McDavid, and which one? But anyways, guys, I thank you for watching the video. Until next time, ciao, ciao.